Do you want to manifest money and live in abundance but feel like something is holding you back? Then this video is for you. Today you will discover the 3 daily habits of millionaires that completely transform their financial vibration. These habits aren't about working harder. They are about thinking, feeling, and acting like who you already are, Rico. Calm, real stories, practical exercises, and a deep dive into the beliefs that limit or release your prosperity. Get ready to raise your vibration as soon as you wake up. Change the way you talk about money. Release everything that holds you back to scarcity. Watch until the end to unlock your new reality. Subscribe to the channel for more content on manifestation, the law of attraction, the millionaire mindset, and financial awakening. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract money so naturally, while others struggle every day, trying everything and still in shortage? Today, we're going to dive deep into something that perhaps no one has told you clearly. Millionaires, those who have not only made money, but who live a life of true abundance, have habits. But they are not normal, technical, cold habits. They are energetic, spiritual, mentality habits. And when these habits become part of your routine, everything starts to change. Money is not just a number. He is energy. And your mind, your vibrational field, is the channel through which this energy flows or crashes. So follow me to the end of this video, because I'm going to reveal 3 daily habits that millionaires use, consciously or unconsciously, to manifest wealth with consistency. And the third habit, especially, is the one that blocks most people without them realizing it. Let's start with the first habit. You may think this is silly, but listen carefully. One of the biggest traps of the mind is waking up every day thinking about everything you have to solve, pay, work on. That energy is scarcity, it's debt, it's pressure. Now listen to this. Millionaires wake up with purpose. They don't let the alarm clock dictate the vibration of the day. They create the vibe of the day. And there's a simple practice which you can start tomorrow. As soon as you open your eyes, still in bed, you will imagine your life as if you already had everything. Everything, really. The car, the house, the bank account, the freedom. And you will be grateful for it, as if you were already living this reality. This is not just a mind game. This is quantum physics. The vibration you emanate defines what you attract. And the first vibration of the day is one of the most powerful. A millionaire mentor once told me, waking up feeling rich is more important than waking up being rich. And I didn't understand at the time. But when I started practicing this, I realized that the way you feel when you wake up defines how much energy you have to move things through the day. Millionaires feel abundance before they see it. And that's why she comes. Practical exercise. Early tomorrow before getting out of bed, close your eyes for 3 minutes. Take a deep breath. Imagine your ideal life with all the details, smell, sound, colors, sensations, and say out loud, I'm grateful for all that I have and for all that is coming. Feel it. This vibration opens doors that you don't even know exist. Do you realize that this is more about feeling than thinking? Because money does not come to those who think more, but to those who feel better. And here comes a question. How much of your morning has been intentional? Or have you been living on autopilot? Because the difference between those who attract and those who run after money begins at this very moment, the first hour of the day. Now let's move on to one of the most surprising habits. One that almost no one talks about, but that transforms the way you relate to money. The second habit may seem simple at first glance, but when applied well, it becomes one of the invisible pillars of prosperity. I'm talking about something that's between the eyes and the heart, something that costs nothing but is worth millions. Watching what you say about money when no one's listening. You know when you say, I don't have money for that, or rich is all dishonest? Sometimes it comes out automatic, right? But each of these sentences is a command, an energetic code that you're emitting to the universe, and it listens. Always. The problem is that most people live repeating inherited beliefs without even realizing it. They talk about debts as if they were part of their identity. They joke that they are poor, that they are broke, that money is a problem. And every time they do that, they're reinforcing that pattern. It's like watering a plant you don't want to see grow. Now, pay attention to one thing. Millionaires have another relationship with money. They don't see it as something distant. difficult, or dirty. They talk about money with respect, with lightness, with intention. They say phrases like, "I choose to invest in this," instead of, "I can't afford it." That changes everything. Once I heard the story of Anna, a woman who spent her whole life afraid of money. He grew up hearing that money does not bring happiness and money is the root of all evil. And guess what? Her life was a constant struggle with bills. But one day she heard something that shook her. You can't attract what you criticize. It was there that she began to change her language. He stopped complaining, started to thank even for the small amounts. He said, "Thank you," when he paid a bill. He said, "More is coming," when he saw the bank account low. In 8 months, she managed to set up her own business and tripled her income. And it all started with the mouth, by words. Practical exercise. During the next 7 days, write down all the negative phrases you say about money. All. And next to each one, write a positive phrase that you can use instead. For example, "I'm always broke." Change it to, "Money is flowing into my life in unexpected ways." Everything is expensive. Exchange it for, "I always find affordable and prosperous opportunities." This exchange of vocabulary changes your vibration, and your vibration changes your reality. Talking about money with respect is like opening the door of the house and saying, "You are welcome here." Now imagine if you received a visitor every day saying, "You are a problem." Would she come back? Money works the same. When we understand this, we begin to realize that thriving is not just about working harder, but mainly about feeling, thinking, and speaking differently. And that brings us to the third habit, perhaps the most difficult of all, but the most transformative. It requires courage, because it involves letting go of what binds you, what drains you. And that's the part where a lot of people fail. So get ready, because what comes now can change the way you face your days, your relationships, and even your self-esteem. Releasing what doesn't vibrate with your new reality. Now I'm going to ask you one thing. Take a deep breath, because this habit, not comfortable, but it is what separates those who only want abundance from those who actually live in it. Millionaires, the ones who consistently manifest money, have something in common. They are not afraid to let go, to close cycles, to let go of what is no longer part of the rich and abundant version they are building. You know that friendship that only complains about life? That WhatsApp group that lives spreading fear, crisis, scarcity? Or that job that drains your energy, but you keep going for fear of the what if? All of this is energy. All of this vibrates. And the one who vibrates with fear, scarcity, or stagnation, hold yourself, like invisible anchors. Once, I met Daniel. He dreamed of becoming an entrepreneur, manifesting financial freedom, traveling with his wife. But he worked in a place that made him sick. Literally. He woke up tired, came back irritated, slept with chest pain, but he said he needed the salary. Until one day, in a mentoring, someone asked him, "If this job were a person, would you invite her to dinner at your house every day?" He fell silent. Days later, he resigned. Not because he had a perfect plan, but because he understood that he needed to make room for something new to come in. 2 months later, I had a project running online, and in less than a year, I was already earning more than I did before. Working from home, with purpose. Releasing is not about being irresponsible. It's about trusting. It's about clearing the land to plant something better. Practical exercise. Write down on a sheet of paper everything that today binds you to a version of yourself that you no longer want to live. Habits, people, environments, beliefs. And next to it, write which version you want to live. Now ask, what do I need to drop to align with this release? Then burn that paper with awareness, saying aloud, I release everything that does not vibrate with my abundance. I trust, I deserve it. You will feel the difference. And maybe now, at this very moment, you're feeling something different inside. A small flame, a good nuisance. A what if? If that's the case, it honors that feeling. Because it is your future self saying yes, there is a more abundant reality waiting for you. And it starts with simple choices, repeated daily, like a muscle you train, like a field you water. And if you've made it this far, that's already a sign that you are ready to take this step, to apply, repeat, transform. So here's my invitation. Share this video with someone who also needs to open this channel of abundance. Someone you want to see thriving along with you. And comment below which of these 3 habits you will start tomorrow. Because the manifestation begins when you act, even if it's with a comment. And remember, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. So be abundance. Think like a millionaire. Feel like a millionaire. Live like a millionaire. The rest comes. Leave it in the comments. Which of these habits will you start tomorrow?